Well, big shout out to Union Station for such a huge turnout to their Boonian celebration that was last night. That is my daughter, Anna Kate, with Parker the Snow Dog. Oh my God, he had so many fans. But check out these costumes. This family won the family contest, and that is 5 Nights at Freddy's, which I hear is pretty popular right now. And of course, the Flintstones came out to Union Station. Oh, there was so much creativity. This beautiful young lady here won in the individual category. And look at this. They were incredible, had the whole family participating. Men in Black also came out to say hello. And then E.T., okay, and Elliot. This was one of my absolute favorites. And then The Nightmare Before Christmas was there too. Loved the makeup. Such an incredible job. And oh my gosh, look at this. It is the bathtub with the rubber duckies. And those were the parents. And just so many cute kiddos out at Union Station last night. It was so much fun to feel that Halloween vibe take over beautiful downtown Denver. Well, Halloween is for all ages, right? And if you're throwing a party, we have some great ideas for the kiddos, and we also thought about the adults. For some spooky time, well, Chef Aarika Ortiz and Chef Jenna Vosberg are here this morning. Hello!
Hello, hello!
So much for
Yes!
Weren't those costumes fabulous?
So cute.
So
oh
fun.
my gosh, I'm inspired.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot of people are going to be having Halloween parties this time of year, and the very first thing that pops in their head is, what can we serve? Not just for the kiddos, but the adults. But right now, we're going to focus on the kiddos. Chef Jenna, you're so good at that. What do you love about Halloween goodies?
Oh my gosh, so many things, more things than I can possibly name. But I think the biggest standout for me is that Halloween is such a visually appealing and enticing holiday. So as a pastry chef, I love to lean into that and just go nuts with decorating both the treats and my home.
That's right. I did not go all out on my home this year, and my kiddos are mad, but I just didn't have time.
That's fair.
I will make some treats. Tell us what you've brought today and how you made these.
Absolutely. So today I have a couple of hand pie options here. I wanted to show that you can do a diverse range of different types of treats. You can simplify it or dress it up as much as you like.
Yum.
So hand pies are very easy, very approachable for kids. Here we just have a maple cinnamon brown sugar, little skulls, and then for the adults, I did a chocolate cherry brandy hand pie and this little coffin.
Hands off, kiddos. Yeah, right?
Exactly.
They remind me of Pop-Tarts.
Exactly.
Too.
That's definitely what they were inspired by.
And everybody was staring at the spooky apples. Tell me
Yes.
about those. And I find these among some of the hardest things to make for some reason. I can never get it.
Yes, this is a little bit more of an advanced technique, but it's definitely achievable, and that's why I like to do, like I said, different ranges of skill sets in each class, so that way you feel like you're getting lots of different properties. But we have done this class with kiddos before, and they did really excellently with the caramel.
That's awesome.
It's just a simple chewy caramel recipe that's dyed green and poured over the apples, and it's very, very simple.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to have me one of these brandy Pop-Tart. What do you call these?
Absolutely, yes, little hand pies, but yes, you can totally call it a Pop-Tart.
I love it. This is a good hand pie. What do we need to keep in mind when we are making treats for the kiddos? Like, what do they like?
Oh, that's totally fair. Again, they just love, pardon me. I feel like,
It's all good.
I feel like children really enjoy it when you give them a little bit of playfulness and power in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And baking is the perfect opportunity for that because you're able to...
I do love to bake.
Absolutely, and you're able to control it a little bit more because it is very step-by-step process, which is great for getting kids more comfortable in the kitchen and more used to those little techniques. And then you can move on to more advanced things. So I guess the best advice is trust your children a little bit more than you think. They can often take on more than you think.
That's good advice. Now, Chef Aarika is amazing when it comes to making good stuff for the adults, and we're going to talk to you a little bit later, Chef Aarika, but why do you think it's also a good idea to customize a party and just bring in some chefs like you guys?
I think it's a lot of fun to be able to kind of switch things up a little bit. Not everybody wants to have to cook their own food. Not everybody wants to go this far out like Chef Jenna and I enjoy doing. So that being said, it's nice to have somebody kind of take that off your hands, have a chef come in, make all these fun dishes for you. And also too, Halloween's for everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are. The inner kid in me is really excited to talk about the cocktails and the food.
I know, and you're so good at it. We're gonna have more details on how to customize that party. Thank you so much, guys. And for now, if you would like more info on some of the recipes you just saw here or how to customize that party, check out chefaarika.com. You can also follow them on social media. They're on Instagram and Facebook. Well, glad you're still with us on Colorado and Company. Earlier, we indulged in some spooky and creative snack ideas for the kiddos, but what about the adults? Not to worry, Chef Aarika is back with some creepy cocktails and ideas. Chef Aarika, okay. I know I say this all the time, but you're so good at this and entertaining when it comes to the adults. What have you brought with you today?
Well, first things first, I wanted to kick it off with a spooky kind of cocktail.
Yes.
So what I went ahead and I wanted to call this thing is boozy. So it's boozy, and it's gonna get oozy right now.
Okay.
So what I mixed in here is going to be some apple pucker, also some crown apple as well there too.
Okay.
Then I added a little twist to it because I kind of went with a little bit of an Asian Halloween theme. Why not? Because I'm gonna get themey, I might as well get really into this.
Okay.
This right here is pandan. What that is going to be, or pandan I should say, is what that's used for is it's a green food dye, but it has a little bit of a yeasty flavor to it, a little bread, if you will, to it. So it kind of changes the flavors a little bit. It's not quite as sugary as the American style of food coloring. So it's a little bit of a twist on that there as well too. So I sprinkled a little bit of that into the glass as well there. And now, the magic. Here's what really comes about.
Where's the magic?
The magic is called dry ice. And what that's going to do is give it that oozy, Halloween-y effect right there.
That little piece of
Just
ice
a chunk.
you just grabbed. Okay, but here's the thing, everyone. There's a lot of precautions that need to be taken when working with dry ice.
Absolutely. First of all, do not drink the dry ice. Don't touch it. Don't do anything to it. It's an actual cause for a burn. And I don't want anybody going to the hospital this Halloween season as well either. So really the point is that once you drop that dry ice in there, you have to wait till that dissolves completely. Until that's dissolved, do not drink your cocktail, my friends. You will go to the hospital. You will have a third-degree burn in your throat. You could lose your esophagus. So it's really not. Yeah, that's spooky, but not in a fun way, okay? So avoid all of that.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that at all.
Oh my gosh, I'm like the person that would probably drink it. No, I'm kidding. But that's good to know.
Yes, I think people don't know that.
How long will this do?
This will get
like
oozy
this?
like this for quite some time, about 15 minutes with just that teeny little chunk of ice that I used. So we've got some time to wait on that there as well too. But you can add more and you can go ahead and do a whole big bowl of that, like a punch bowl, and have that completely oozing out of your glass or out on your table.
So
it's entertaining. It's fun to watch. I didn't even have to make such an amazing cocktail. I just wanted to make sure that the dry ice does its job on there.
The visual effects are there.
Totally.
Where did you get a small piece of dry ice like that?
So really what you have to do is buy a pretty large chunk of it, and you can usually get that at your King's or your Safeway, just depending on...
A big chunk of dry ice?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
and it's not expensive or anything, but just a heads up, it will dissolve before you wake up the next day. So you can only use it the day that you purchase it. So that's one of those things too. Don't buy it the day before and think you've got dry ice for the next day. You
Got
don't.
it.
So that's just something to keep in mind there as well too.
I want to know all about this amazing, is this pasta with scallops?
It actually is. So what I went ahead and did was I got kind of crazy in the kitchen last night. What I've got is a squidding pasta, and then I again, kind of sticking with an Asian sort of theme to this dish here as well. I went ahead and made a lemongrass charred onion pesto. So that's what's coating that there as well too. And then what I did was I dyed scallops because I'm crazy like that. I dyed them with some orange food coloring, some turmeric, let that marinate for a few hours. Then I went ahead and seared them off and then topped them right there with a little bit of black sesame seed. Again,
I love it, Chef Aarika. If you serve this at any Halloween party, oh yeah, that right there screams Halloween.
Right?
I just
you can't confuse
love
that
it.
with Christmas.
No. And thank you for the safety tips on the dry ice. That is so important if you are going to be working with dry ice. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. You and Chef Jenna, always awesome. And for more info on recipes and customized parties, check out chefaarika.com. You can also follow Chef on social media at Chef Aarika. And always remember to drink responsibly.